Hello, I'm Stephen Mason and welcome to the podcast for Anaconda, and I am pressing play right now because I have been waiting to press play now for nearly 20 minutes, 20 minutes, probably even half an hour. Right, I've been doing the artwork for an Assassin, my music video, and every time I'm about to press save, Leon goes, what about? What about? I'm like, what about? I just press record. Right, okay, so I'm recording. Columbia TriStar is this going on there. Apologies for the so here's the titles at the start. Orange font. Sorry, I'm wired. I know I've got to talk dead fast in this podcast. I will apologise if anyone's listening to my Mortal Kombat. This is the one I filmed after. I've just barely listened to it. My new chair from Argos is creaky as fuck, and I'm sitting on my old chair that I used to sit on with podcast that actually has no seat. I've actually had to borrow a cushion because I fell through the seat. So yes. The film starts off there, gives you a bit of a Columbia TriStar. Columbia Pictures black on orange, quite like it. Quite uncommon. The Lewis leather. So, as normal, I'm doing a backup. Anaconda. Rolling up with the background in there. As normally, I'm doing a backup on my computer. This is the main reason I'm doing stuff. Jennifer Lopez. I have seen this film all last week. I fell asleep trying to watch this 4 nights in a row. Ice Cube. I've listened to the podcast for Scott Harrison, John Voight. John Voight would have been above Ice Cube. And John Voight. Even Eric Starr. Who's the Anne character? John Voight. Yeah. This is literally, it's been Anaconda syndrome. I didn't know which podcast I wanted to do. I didn't want to treat this as a throwaway podcast. This chair's starting to break. Brilliant. As I said, I'm just going to try and get something sent across so I know what I'm doing here. And I'm going to get into this more. Quite like the score. What are we doing? Doing podcast. Orange font, man. I've woke up multiple times this week. Now, 88 Films have done an amazing job of the new Blu-ray edition. Originally going to retail about $34.99, dropped down to $24.99. It features Anaconda 1 to 4, does not feature Anaconda versus Lake Placid. We're about to get introduced to Danny Trejo in one of his early film roles. Scott Harrison said this is Danny Trejo in his second film. I probably want to try and correct him on that. I mean, Danny Trejo's been in a lot of movies, but Danny Trejo is running away from Steven Seagal in Marked for Death, which was almost 8 years before, unless he spent that time in jail. I kind of want to say Danny Trejo was in a lot more. So this is meant to be the Snake's point of view. Lovely contrast black. Fucking crazy parrot scared the shit out of me there. Right, I've got a lot of reviews to transfer, so I'm going to start from the bottom on Orthodox with Patriot. The time I'm going to set 3 away and concentrate on what I'm doing. Just a lot of stuff to back up. So it's Danny Trejo. Small World. If you go on Wasted Treads, there's a picture of me with their t-shirt, and the next picture over is a picture with Danny Trejo with the same t-shirt. Oh, that's some nails coming up there. Seen Con Air the other day. They called me Johnny 23, 26, whatever. Oof. So yeah, attacked by the Anaconda. Scott, as I say, going back to the 88, the box set's lush. You open it out and it's got the scene from the second movie where the snake is literally super essing around all the people, and you pop the discs out. So you get Anaconda 1's got a lot of content on it, and Anaconda 2 doesn't really, and then 3 and 4 put on one disc. So it's almost like an homage to Jaws here, you know, like on the top of the bow of the ship. I don't know. And he commits suicide, bless him. I mean, it would have been a kicker if he just didn't. Again, homage to Jaws. The opening scene is someone getting killed and you don't see what's attacking them. And I generally think that's the worst kind of predator, the sort of realisation to me. That is grainy as fuck. That little television that I'm starting to use these podcasts on has got a so sharp of a picture that was so grainy. So here's Jennifer Lopez in her first leading role in a horror. People like Jennifer Anderson and Gillian Anderson. I don't know how she would have been doing it. This is X-Files season, but Jennifer Aniston as well, taking a break off from Friends. But she's amazing in this. I love her in Money Train. I just don't follow her that much work now. I mean, look at that shot there, Jesus. There's a parrot there. And Eric starts there as well. This guy was a bit of a recluse from what I hear on Scott Harrison. I'm sorry I keep calling him Scott Harrison. I went to school with a guy called Scott Harrison who's in a lot of my early video footage. So it's quite funny to reference him. I'm just going to call him Mr. Harrison. He refers to this guy as a proper recluse, kept himself away from the cast. You can see him because he is taken out of the story. You can see the attraction. He's probably only going to be there for like the shortest amount, because these were right out there in the Amazon where there is no warthogs. That's one. I mean, I went on IMDb, man, and it's just like IMDb. Did you know that such and such was going to be cast? Such and such was going to be cast. One of them says Bill Murray was going to play Danny. Yeah, I think Ice Cube owns that role, like. So yeah, I liked him in Fly 2. I like him in Pulp Fiction. I like Jennifer Lopez in Money Train. I think she's amazing. I think I would love to see that come out on Blu-ray. Let me see, it's the ship. So yeah, there's a lot of breakout stuff. I mean, Owen Wilson's in here, and Ice Cube early on film. He's Ice Cube here. Today's a Good Day. Obviously, it's a reference to one of his songs. Fresh off Boys the Hood. The first time I ever heard about this movie, I was on a flight to New Zealand. I think I was about 15, on my own. Had one of my film magazines, probably an early Total Film magazine, probably with Nicolas Cage on the front cover for Con Air. And one of the stills that circulated this movie, because this came out around the same time, Fifth Element, before the Godzilla, the B movie thing. One of the stills purposely used was the animatronic snake wrapped around Ice Cube and the hand reaching out towards, to be saved, and you think, well, Ice Cube's going to get killed in that, and it's almost like the Red Rooster, the Red Heron, that he doesn't die. There. This guy, I don't recognise the guy on the right. There's only a random guy in the background, a massive Hawaiian shirt on, but he's uncredited. Hope he's still there. Oh, it's a kid. The Amazon sign on the back post. Oh. I see Richie Rich's butler's just turned up there. It's in Jumanji as well. Still a working actor, but I don't see him in anything memorable at the moment. There you go. She is pretty beautiful, and there's Owen Wilson. Again, early role for him. All on set, there's no green screen there. The delivery. It's even about the same time, because like Luke Wilson pops up in Scream 2. When I finish this, and as I say, I haven't even heard back from Leon. I don't even know where Leon's gone. He says, "What about font?" And it's just disappeared again. So what about? We'll get to there. So yeah, I remember this came out the pictures when I was in New Zealand, but it wasn't out in New Zealand. The only two films I've seen in New Zealand at the pictures were Jurassic Park 2, Lost World, Bean, the disaster movie. I seen that over there. I thought it was weird that going all the way to seeing the big Mr. Bean movie at the pictures, and he's from concert. He's literally born and raised about 5 minutes away from where I live, where I'm sitting right now. Montage of the boat going. I've seen The Frighteners as well, because The Frighteners was huge, but Anaconda wasn't available. I didn't see Anaconda till VHS. I've got this on big box VHS. There's a bit of love for it. At the time as well, there's another film come out called Python. I've got a funny story about Python. Python may be a podcast down the road. Check that boom mic. The reason I say that is I'd seen Python, it came out, and I got that on VHS, and I loved it. I mean, they just pretty go for the whole CGI snake. But Will Wheaton's in it. Obviously, Will Wheaton from the Prayer of the Roller Boys, Stand By Me. And when I was up to see Gally, me and Gally got up the next morning after a good night out session, got like bacon sandwich and stuff, and I actually bought the DVD for 50p in this weird side corner road place. And when I was standing at the train station, and if you go on my YouTube channel, if you go to Welcome to Edinburgh, I think it's Welcome to Edinburgh 1, there's two of them. It is, because the second galley wasn't there in the morning. Will Wheaton was standing behind us at the fucking train station, and I wish I turned around and went, do you mind signing this? I've just bought it today because it's fucking pipe and he's probably going to go fucking stand by me and all that. But yeah, that's the best story I got about Will Wheaton. Check out that video for that. And John Voight is about to make his entrance into the video. I watched a film with John Voight called The Train. Just a random pick on the arrow. It's quite mental. Let's see. Well, he's great in. I mean, he's evil as fuck in this, but he's great in National Treasure. The one at Kirk Douglas, so it's the one at everyone. Liam Neeson, the amount of names chucking across for. I would totally give him the "and" credit though. But he's a big enough star to carry the movie. It's a B movie. It's got John Voight in and Jennifer Lopez. It's her birth film. Eric's, Ice Cube. It's Shimmy Shama Drive. Right, so I am pretty much uploading, transferring all at the same time, powering through this podcast, making more content just for YouTube, and hopefully I don't get a fucking copyright claim. Boop, boop, boom. So I'm just literally backing all my fucking videos up at the moment, free up some space. I do think the score is good in this. See, that's a pretty cool shot there. A lot of people had phobias of snakes in this in real life, but a lot of people had a fear of stuff swimming up the reefer and stuff like that. I'm not a fish fan, like it's a fucking big fish like we look at it. There's pods around. So I'm just trying to get me next set of videos out. So what do I want? New logo, license to drive, that's the one. He's quite a stubborn English actor, and he's got that tone, like it's mental when he plays Richie, the dad and the hunter in Jumanji. He's got a proper sinister look, like snakes out here this big. On the documentary they run about how they took time out to pretty much renovate this entire hotel for everyone to just stay in. But yeah, People of the Mist, yeah. I don't know, right here. Interesting. See, Eric, I mean, he's in this little bit, has that little comeback scene, then he's gone for pretty much the better half of the movie, isn't he? So, Shimmy Shama. Trying to get everything transferred across. I've got this new laptop, man. It's got no memory whatsoever. Just cry. I just cry all the time. A little bit, really. He's a fucking sex pest, man. Bit of music hitting there. Better talk a bit louder. Some great visuals, little dancing. Some great photography in this. I mean, it knows what it is, but it's serious about what it does. You know what I mean? Got everyone just a film crew. What was it originally going to be? Was it a bunch of students? Someone was writing on IMDb about these fireflies, how you can see the wires hanging down. Not the small screen I'm looking at, like, but no, they're fucking like, yeah, you can just think that they are just wires hanging there. Yeah, what just looking at fireflies. How do you, like, what's easier? Hang some wires. I look for some fireflies. Can't control fireflies. Right, so got one computer set up. Yeah, I often have to back up stuff, and I enjoyed doing my podcast last year, and I got really into them. And I know some people love them, and I know some people fucking totally hate them. But you know what? If you like, I'm just ranting away, enjoying films. I love films. I love talking about films. And I like people who come in. I know Brittany's only been on one, and Jack. It was great to have Brittany and Jack do the Ghost Shark. Like, I totally had a blast that night, and there's a few other people that want to actually do these podcasts, but again, it's just getting the time to do them. You know, it's excusing me. It's not an easy task sometimes to get stuff like this done. So here we go. So don't hold long. That's the animatronic looked absolutely amazing there, and the panther's going to get it. Bagheera's about to have it. Like, oh, you're in for it. Now apparently snakes don't scream like that, but it's a movie, and I mean, to be honest with you, they probably could swallow. See, it's Law of the Jungle in it. But I'm expecting a cat to have a bit more height of sentence, but anacondas do the same predator vision. See, you know what I mean? What a puns. So this song playing in the background that I'm going to talk really over loud and quick because it's Ice Cube and Mac 10 playing live, which is a throwback, and he turns it down. Why would you bring a golfing off tee? I mean, what happens if you absolutely miss that net every time? You have no golf balls left. It's a ludicrous. It's part of the character, I guess. I watched Friday not long ago. I've done a review. It's definitely not out yet, but Friday looked amazing on Blu-ray, and it's such a well-made movie. You should be totally proud of that. $50. So it's my old boy review. So yeah, powering on. To say it was about 3 nights. I tried watching this. Tried watching it again, and then the comedy. I mean, he's really interesting, but he unlike me, who's just completely winging this, bouncing off, talking about my own private life and stuff like that, just mixing it all up and going fucking totally going winging and gibbering and going on, talking like a fast Geordie. I feel like Scott does a lot of stuff to a script. I feel like he's had time to write it all out, and you know, he's got a lot of facts. He's got his words right. He knows who's did it. He knows who the DP is. And there we go. Have we got a binocular shot? Yes, we have. Good old fucking binocular shot. Shimmy Shamma, the people of the mist. Right, license to drive, wipe that out. So yeah, he's telling the myth for the story. Look at that camera. Ah, Leon, not now. It is. Just one sec. Just sent it to my email. Okay, here we go. Leonardo, final design. Oop. Right, Leon sent us the font, so that'll have to wait till I'm done. Get it on my emails and download it that way. Because he's just going to have to wait. I wanted this podcast to finish at 12 o'clock. It's going to be nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. So again, it's quite a short cast, you know, except for them little random people wandering around in the background. And Danny Cheerju, it's a lockdown crew, and that makes perfect sense. I've talked about this before. Like, yes, you're going to the Amazon. Yes, the budget's going to be big. Yes, you're going to apparently spend $100,000 per second of CGI, which is on IMDb. I know. You limit your cast, but again, to get your cast names, and you go, do you want to make a movie in the Amazon? It's like, fuck that. Like, about a giant snake? No way. You know, I mean, you're gonna bottleneck your talent pool down. But I think Jennifer Lopez was perfect for it. I think she's more pretty now then than she is now. I think Second Chance. I walked past that DVD at work and I was like, fucking hell, that's her from Anaconda. She's almost unrecognisable. I don't know. I mean, all just well, it'd be pretty cool if her and Ice Cube did a track, because she would have definitely said at that point she was definitely interested in doing music. So what am I up to? Dickie Roberts, Daylight, Celtic Pride. Then I've got 2 left. Let me see him fucking creeping in his fucking kayak. It's a fucking boat, Stephen. So there we go. We got this now. He's a sound guy. He's smoking a spliff, actually. That's what he's doing on this sly. I cannot be smoking a spliff and going out of the jungle. I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, that's pretty cool what they're doing. They're going out there, get high and listen to stuff. And like sound and just silence. This reminds me of that film Man Thing. It's a film I've given up watching loads of times. So it'll be interesting to see what this font is early on, but that'll have to wait until I've done my uploading and my transferring. Meanwhile, Matty Connor is on the other screen. So you got my first file transferred over anyway. Owen Wilson next time. Owen Wilson probably turned up before or after in The Haunting after this. This is a film that it's discontinued. It's hard to get a hold of. Been asked for it a few times. Liam Neeson, John Duvall. Saying that's Liam Neeson's name in there, maybe that they were on the same agency. Maybe it's not even happening. There we go. There is no warthogs in the Amazon or wild boars. Oh, the laptop there. Why has he got a picture of a parrot stuck to the wall? Your favourite parrot? So yeah, what was that, teacher? Do. Yeah, the score is pretty awesome on this. So that's my first file of videos done. So what else have I got to shift? Unboxings. That's probably the next one. Funny enough, the next file I'm transferring is Anaconda unboxing. And Batman Steelbook and the Burbs t-shirt. That'll be a short video. Just need to clear some gigabytes up. The last one when I did a Mortal Kombat, I cleared like something like 100 gig. And it's just constantly transferring and backing shit up. Goes with the eyes. It's not from the Amazon apparently. I was going to do the podcast with Mean Guns. Why the fuck is Shark Week just randomly there? That's so weird. I don't know why Shark Week's appeared. What's looking over there? Snakes. Food. Some more aerial shots. They're quite jittery then. Yep. The Revenge of the Music. Fucking that compact fucking CD player, man. I mean, that would have been an interesting day. You've just got to float around. See, where's your binocular shot there? That was the perfect time. He was looking at his binoculars, shaving, and there we go. Now, is this when they find... Is this where they find? No. This is what confused me the other night. See, Danny Trejo, is he in the barrier beforehand? You know what I mean? How is he in that? Because of the wall? That's something I'll probably revisit. Mateo. So the film's going to start kicking over gear as we're going about to have our first on death. I do think the animatronics look great. The guy who created the animatronics is on the documentary. And I think the animatronics are actually in the museum now. And I know this first scene was meant to be animatronics versus CGI. And there's certain times, I mean, your brain knows when someone's there. And I don't think the CGI has aged that well. So, it's, saying that though, it's still better than the CGI in the fucking the third and fourth ones. Jesus. Another film that came out about this time that I have on VHS, it's called King Cobra. It's got Mr. Miyagi in it. Uses like an all, like it looks like a velociraptor like stretched out, and there's an amazing shot of it. I mean, most of the time it looks a bit stupid, but there's an amazing shot where the guy sits down and looking at television and he's just like, what's that? And he looks at his television, there's just this fucking massive king cobra, the height of the room just peering down on him. It's a fucking striking visual. I wish that would get a release on DVD, because I don't even know where the VHS is. I've got the box, the big box, The VHS just went missing all the time. So you think he's going to get attacked by the Anaconda. It's going to be a little bug. Candyman. Alright, so I've got some big videos finally to transfer. So I'll be able to talk for a little bit longer. Mortal Kombat podcast will have to go across, so that'll be me talk for ages. There we go. Danger. What's going on? Oxygen. I mean, he did go full blown scuba diving gear, didn't he? I mean, he's going full blown scuba guy, and everyone else just fucking cannonballs in, don't they? Piranhas. I had a fear of piranhas down there as well. There's a lot of things you probably have to take in consideration when you're in the jungle, wouldn't you? You'd be like, okay, fucked. I've got to get the old fashioned first aid. Throw it at the straw. Which again, this is the first time I knew this technique. You know, you're choking, you know, you're at passage in your neck. It's not something you want to try, but you know, you learn so much from films. You know, like, you can read a book all you want, but like there's certain stuff in a movie, if it's portrayed in a way, you're gonna remember it. How to give somebody a whatever you want to call it, a vasectomy. Not a vasectomy, you know what I mean. And gets himself a fucking big pen. It is pretty grim, like. Says his head will be through there, and it's like, ooh, you just feel it. Oh, it is cringy, that one. But again, nice little practical effect. No CGI needed there. No CGI. Just to see what this font is. A couple of fire extinguishers. Fucking hell, 3 fire extinguishers in one shot. Now go take the radio out. Is this? No, he doesn't die yet, does he? Blow up the warm. As I say, I'm just paying a little bit of interest. I woke up so many different times and tried replaying it. 2 days, and he wants me to go down the route. It's the same route as yesterday. Yep, yesterday for a different reason. So, yeah, I think £20 for the box set, like Hollow Man, and you take Anaconda 3 and 4 as the TV movies they are. But it's a nice set. It's a nice box set. For the fucking evil face, man, just looking like a creep. Setting used to that statue there as well, in the foreground. Foreshadowing that we're entering snake territory. Some great crane work on this, probably complicated crane work as well. Like treacheral. See, okay, so here's this barricade where you can't get in. Now, fair enough, Danny Trejo's probably came in the other side, but it's all a case of like, oh, shouldn't go in there, it's where big snakes are. Yeah, just me waffling on. Oh, it's going alright. Where's it? I don't know where he's got that fruit from. Oh, Wilson's pretty tall there, like. I think one of the best stories I heard of Ice Cube was when he did this song with Korn, think Corn were like intimidated by like how many people came in, how they listened to the music. But I love that Children of the Corn song. It's amazing. Packing dynamite. So yeah. So yeah, have to get these videos done. Get more footage transferred, backed up. Sort of really bottleneck. There's a word again. Bottlenecking everyone in. Like, you want to do what I want to do. He's obviously see. Thinking about this though, it's Mateo's boat, right? Him and Danny Trejo, the three of them take on this. They don't really need them. I mean, has his boat been stranded? I mean, if you think of the idea, you know, that why couldn't they just take the boat anywhere, hire a few locals? Why did they need these people? You know, so I don't know. It's not like they needed the boat. It's not like he's hijacked the boat because it's his mate's boat anyway. So there. Got some more videos transferred. What is going on with the computer? I don't know. This prefer to give us time. 15 seconds remaining. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining over there. Again, Snake's point of view. Like they did with Jaws, but they keep it low, quirky. Always on like the Dutch angle kind of thing. It's got everything. I mean, it's a time. I mean, this was just. There was definitely like, you know, time after Jurassic Park. And people wanted creature features, you know what I mean? Snakes on a plane? That was disastrous, wasn't it? That would be me. I would totally film that getting blown up. Boom. See, again, that's not a model. That's not a miniature, by the looks of it. So here's the best of cliche. The barrels go in, right? The boat's not moving. The barrels would have just sunk. But they would have floated. Sorry, the barrels not sunk. They would have floated. So they want to make a bitch about all the fuel they've just lost. It's just there. Do you know what I mean? Like, right, it's 5 barrels. We'll probably be able to at least find chances of finding 3. Oh, that snake's got a frog. Snakes everywhere. And then we'll get this little baby snake. Like, I think you would have felt that before that. God, I'm fucking feeling the snake's crawling on us now. Get it off his hand. Back to baby mama. Oh, later, sweetie. Gooned that one. Oh, I've never been a fan of snakes. See the drums? It's like they've just went over the fucking. They're not far away. Just fucking sinister, isn't he? Do-do-do. Oh, the picture of the parrot is still there. Got that loud hair there as well. Okay, so another video uploaded. Meanwhile, more video is transferring. Some more shots. It's a helicopter shot. Or a plane shot. And this is where we get to Danny Trejo's boat. So again, I mean, that boat looks like it's been there a long time. Not just the wreck, but there's the gun lying on there. Body's gone though. So he's been swallowed, basically. tail, my tail. 3 minutes to what martial law is next. Last one being cop. Alright, so another video uploading, more transferring. Say as well, I mean, judging on the location and stuff like that, they don't really, you know, they wouldn't have to go far for the shots because it's all going to be the same. We don't know any different jail, you know what I mean? They're down a river, it's like Mosquito's Coast, you know. It's all just, could be around the corner, right, we'll shoot around that corner. One way, the other way, you know what I mean? There's no point going 50 miles downriver every day to get to that location unless it's got some depth and backdrop, which it's all flat, it's all the scenery. See, even the quirky angle, the Dutch angle comes, that they're being watched slowly. My tail's about to meet his demise. Look behind you. Obviously in the second one, obviously the whole doo-doo reference in Jaws as well. The second one had a picture release. I remember walking past the pictures and seeing that Anacondas. It was a long time after. I didn't see it, the pictures. It's something I still have on X Rental, and it's like a red disc. And I think the film suffers from not having too big of a cast. Yes, Morris Chestnut, another Boys in the Hood famed actor, is in it. And then I think the bad guys, the only thing I've ever seen him in ever since is Rambo, just Rambo. But I think it suffers from being the CGI. I mean, don't get us wrong, the CGI is a lot better in it, but I think it suffers from not having a major lead. So. Danger. I would not be carrying that camera in that water. It's not going to be a flat surface there, with twines and everything. There you go, the evidence that they know each other, set up at the start of the movie, paying off now. I always remember thinking Ice Cube found it and he reported back, but it's not the case, is it? Spooky in here. He's not impressed with that ghetto blaster, was he? Damn, what's that? Picking up the gun. What the fuck happened to that? Creeping around. Obviously come for the catching equipment. So there's a backstory completely missing in a way in it. There are two big videos going. Did he not bring his key for it? Do. He's still carrying that big camera around. More jump scares. Great use of light though. I love the little subtle thing here as well. It's just like, careful, my camera's in there. Like, where the fuck did the camera go? So my tail's here. Move the camera. Careful, my camera's in there. There we go. My camera's in there. Well, he's just geared off there, like wasting golf balls now, isn't he? It's a metal case. I mean, floats pretty nice, like, doesn't it? So he gets off the wrong side of the boat. It's one of them nosy slips. I mean, and just before he knows, we get the death. And this death, when I watched this with Brit the other night, this got a what the fuck laugh off Brit right there. It has not aged well. For the time, it was good, yes. Especially the animatronics there. That's class, the animatronics. But the scream as well. Crush. And then the next thing, yes, I mean, don't get us wrong, it's not terrible, but that first bit when it goes through, it's like, ugh. So I didn't hear the snake scream, he's going to be missing. Mateo. And there I go. I mean, that just looks great. It's going to eat him quite quickly. Maybe some other time. But he didn't know he was dead. I mean, what is his plan to lose his only friend? What's left? He can't find his other friend, and he just cares. Just thinks he's dead. I mean, what makes these guys so important to catch a snake? I mean, he's the fucking boat driver, for instance. And I don't know why Ice Cube's got his torch on. I mean, it's light. It's a pretty big boat, though. Mateo. Ice Cube's going to find some evidence. There's his torch in it. His torch is still on. God, she does look amazing, like, doesn't she? Miss Jennifer J-Lo. Constantly shifting files over on one side. Well, I'll be waiting there for a while. What video did I make? Well, it was 3.26 gig. The King Kong remake, okay. So, yeah. Mateo. I mean, that looks like a green screen, but it's not. The golden hour. The snake's out here this big. Come. Looks like green screen, but it's just the golden hour, isn't it? Sweating as well. Snakes don't kill people. Wabbits do. So yeah, powering through vids. We're up at 20 there. Oh, it's got to be at 12:30. I think I'm half an hour overdue. My original time. Delivery there. Snakes out there. I mean, he's accepted his friend's being eaten by a snake. His friend might have just got lost. Obviously not. He's quite good in this, isn't he? You imagine shooting that though, like, we've got one take, it's the golden hour, do you take, do you take, do you take, do you take, excuse me? Do you take, do you take, do you take? Because when she's walking there, I mean, look at her, you can't see that goldenness there. I mean, just he's still blocked where he is, but still. He went for a walk in the woods. That's a great bit of fucking line. So let's get these other videos across. Not many left on this one. That's a great shot behind him. That's one of the things I like. I mean, I went to see Big Trouble on the castle wall. About 2 weeks tomorrow I went. And when I came back, I mean, look at that shot. That's absolutely just stunning. The golden hour setting. I listened to the commentary from John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. I didn't get far into the movie. He was talking about Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson and the back streets of where the pork chop express is taken over. And the next day, I think it was the Monday I got around, I wanted to watch Anaconda then, and I put Anaconda on, and it wouldn't load. I was like, fuck. And I was off work this week, and I was like, oh, what's wrong with that? I went, it wouldn't load. Alright, put another disc in, wouldn't load. I was like, what the fuck, man? So I tried disc 2, and then it wouldn't load. Then I tried Big Trouble in Little China, it wouldn't load. So I was like, great, my Blu-ray player is fucking died. I lost my temper that badly over it, because I'd been out the night before, we got pretty hammered, and I spent all day waiting around for me gas man to fix my gas meter and my electric meter. Then while that was happening, my landlord came to drill a fucking hole right through my wall for a vent. while all this was going on. So I eventually just wanted a nap. I just wanted to put Anaconda on and just drift. And I got that much of a bad temper that I punched retro VHS that you see at the start of that video, that VHS into the VHS player skid. Not only have I broke my Blu-ray players broke, but my VHS players broke. So I had a VHS player in the cupboard, so I pulled that out and pulled that upstairs. That's fine. And I spent about 20 minutes to half an hour looking for this Blu-ray player. Till Brittany went, "Is that the one you give me?" And I was just like, oh my good God. So we went to Tesco's. No Blu-ray player. There's not a market for them, I was told by the supervisor, anymore. Fine, good luck with that. We went to Morrison's. Nope. We went to B&M. He's creeping on here. And then we had to go all the way to Argos to get this new Blu-ray player. So yeah, story of how Anaconda was officially the first movie I watched on my Blu-ray player, and Expendables was the first Blu-ray player I watched on the old one. So it lasted a good few years, but all the, like, again, falling asleep and DVD menu screens just fucking playing over and over again. Some just shut it off, but some keep on looping. Anaconda's one of them. So yeah, he's reading the book. Some Sushi Jones about people trying to get eaten by sneaky sneakies. So yeah, my little story about the death of my DVD player, Blu-ray player. So the monkey here gets shot, dead, which I know a lot of people are in front of. Hence why the monkey has a bigger starring role in the second. Even if you think that monkey's going to get killed. Just fucking poor monkey. It's probably the same monkey from Outbreak and everything. We're saying that they are down the Amazon. They're not going to send that monkey, that famous monkey, down, are they? So yeah, Gary's going to say he's been converted. He's going to follow the cult. My last video across this wasted dreads. 2.2 for that, you fucking kidding me. Totally cast as a surfer dude. Fucking Ice Cube totally owns it, like. The Jungle Man. I think Ice Cube's the only one who keeps changing his tops. Everyone else has sweated through theirs. Oh, saying that, there we go. John Voight's changed to a black top as well, so he brought a spare t-shirt. Freaking Sense is fucking sense, but obviously they've had to get to the American PG-13. I've done that one, so. Right. So hopefully I've got another video. There's the gun from the start of the movie. Retro VHS. That's one evil fucking look. Again, there's another golden hour sunshine. So there's another day past, really, isn't it? That's what it's saying there. Creepy green there. Trying to make a plan. One of the things Mr. Harrison talks about, how iconic this bit is, the clinking for the whole, how it's filmed, and yes it is, it's a feeling what everyone's up to, and the clink clink. No one's talking, it's just the clink clink. Clink clink. Clink clink. And also this is some of the footage where the animatronics short circuit and went fucking haywire and they actually just kept it. Again with a primal scream. They're definitely over. You fucked up, man. She's no longer your girl. She still loves him though. This isn't the night, nope. Silent communication. Never gone. Bush. Again, going back to Jaws. And they're like, I don't think so. He hooks himself in with his fishing gear. And here we go. Bush. Great tension. Still a little bit grainy on the screen. Yeah, do his best Quint impression. Never gone. We really get to see how actually big this is, you know. I mean, there, total Jaws shot. The whole zoom, pan, push. You know, the scene from the beach there on Lopez. There's a lot of love for Jaws in this. Preview mirror shot. There goes the light there. It's got a great theme. Now this is the male one. Obviously it's the yellow one, and the female's got the red surrounding features. Anacondas do not have snake-like eyes, they have round pupils. Still remember when Johnny Knoxville, is it Johnny Knoxville, Ryan Dunn, and is it even Wee Man, and the fucking anacondas in the snake pitch, and it wraps around and bites his arm. It's like, fucking hell. I don't know which jackass that was on, but that was insane. He totally went flying. There goes the knife, take that out of the equation. And that is another file sorted out for me on this side. Oh, hang on, it's not. WrestleMania Steelbook crept in there. So there it goes. There's someone who did get killed here. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Is this not when Gary? Oh, there's the monkey back. See, set up in the start credits in that orange font. And there we go, yeah. It's mental when I go, look at that. I mean, that looks fucking class. So sinister. She got through the window quick. Fucking huge, look at it. Turn around and you see that looking like, look. That is terrifying for a second. Dad comes out though. You know, the Gary's about to. Oh, she goes in the water. It's almost comical that. What's going on? That is just so comical. It's very quick, but it took days to program the computer, the robot snake. It wasn't a quick fix. It's not like pulled mechanisms and levers and stuff. It was all computer animatronic. Probably ahead of its time for it as well. But yeah, and here's another death. It does not look good, that. The crushings, especially when they were just used like there is there, and the hand puppet coming across there. It's just, don't shoot it, no. And there he goes. I mean, apart from the poor CGI, the whole as he rolls over, I think that's quite traumatizing in its way. Like here, like he knows he's dead, and it's his own fault in a way because he's the one who decided to cross the group. So he's dead anyway. And we're going to get the one what everyone hates, the CGI of the body. Again, it's pretty stupid though, but it's hard, pretty grim. There he goes, comes across, gives a ceremony. Ashes to ashes. Right, reviews, right, VHS is done. Got some randoms, right, a random Wet and Wild. She is a pretty beautiful as well. Brought the devil. Westridge. So coming up to 5 to 12. Oh, he's making orders now. I'm not too bloody. Gives him backhand, doesn't he? Oh yeah, fucking paintbrushes him. Gun to the face. Have that. Laying down the law, like, isn't he? See, I was thinking, you take over a situation like you can't fucking sleep, and eventually you go to sleep, and eventually your plan's going to go to shit. Especially when you're outnumbered. What's that, 4 to 1 now? And here's the shot. That back in the day looked amazing. There it is, and then the body. It's the face. I mean, the face is what made it then, but breaks it now. I quite like me music videos being on here actually, so I can pick her off. Sort review should be empty. Buskers, empty. Epics. Few of me epic files sort out. Trying to clear some fucking content, like. Right, I'm gonna be here for a while by the looks of it. Yeah. So yep, this is where the plans come together. She's gonna seduce him, which creepy here. But again, set up by the fact that he keeps watching her, but he watches everyone, doesn't he? He's a creep. I mean, you wouldn't say no. He gets hit through the fucking glass, doesn't he, in the back of the head? So yeah, I was definitely asleep the first time I tried to watch that eventually. I'm not sure I did that Monday night. It was just a long day. Obviously playing host to 2 different engineers, and it took them ages to drill a hole through the wall. The guy just started kicking off about, you've got a free brick house. I was like, what are you talking about? Well, there's a brick, then a brick, and then a brick. And I went, well, okay, I get that. But why is that so hard? Said, well, I've got to drill through 3 bricks. I was like, okay. But obviously, modern houses now just made a cardboard on that, so my house is that old. Okay, so another video done. Let's go. As she tries to seduce him. I think Money Train could be on the cards for a podcast. It is a Christmas film. Seen him not long back when I was doing the Wesley Snipes, The Good, the Bad, and What the Fox. Totally looking forward to him being in Coming to America 2. Oh, big kiss. Here comes Ice Cube. He's going to see him in the reflection. Quite good. Bang. And he gets hit in the back of the head, doesn't he? The golf club. That's all in one. Big fucking dent in the top of his head, very subtly there. So I've got one more video upload and I'm going to try and download Leon's font. This should be interesting. Some more wave, the snake is coming back. Another good shot. Is that day or is that dusk? That's dusk. Dawn. So he's now tied up. You would have just chucked him out, wouldn't you? I mean, that would. Problem solved. turn around and go back where you came from. Oh, so there is the bit of paper. So it must have been in his pocket. I knew it'd come back. Got some big videos to transfer here. Get these across actually. Just to tell you a story. It's a chat on I went out on Saturday night with Bell, Barney and Chambers. It's been a while since I've seen Barney, and it was an awesome night with the lads. And the first bar, we just got solo, and we're in Newcastle. And I've never been out in almost a decade with Bell and Barney in Newcastle, and I often go out to Newcastle quite a lot now because I work in Gateshead. And Chambers is such a funny character back from the past, and he's dead funny. I mean, he was trying to give Bell 20 pences for his taxi ride and stuff like that. I was like, alright, okay. And Barney got the first round in, and so it broke the silence between me and Barney. We haven't spoken for a couple of years, and I was like, aye. And the next one around the corner was Yates's, and even then it was still quite expensive, and Chambers was just like, oh, we'll be at the cheap bars next, because we ended up heading towards Rise, but we went to this new place which did Stein's, and I just remember the look on James's face. I think he went out for a cigarette, and Barney had ordered 4 Steins of Stella, and the fucking bar bill was £32 for these 4 drinks. So I chipped in and bought some shots, and then that was everyone going, no, we're going solo. Because you know, I'm not a massive fan of like Fosters and stuff and glasses. I'll normally go for something a little bit more quirky, you know, but that's just a funny story, just to pass the time of them making the plan that he's dressed up and they're gonna feel like they're happy. I'm going, what's that dead on the top? Looks like something dead on the top of there, but so again, more Anaconda hints, the totems. And this isn't too long to the factory, isn't it? I think this is the factory. So the waterfalls. Again, it's baby bird. It gets stuck, doesn't it, on a rock, which the waterfall goes backwards is coming up. Yeah, waterfall. So we're coming in well over halfway, so that shot will reappear, and it is reversed when the boat miraculously comes away. It's very subtle, but everyone picks up about it. We're on the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna have to winch themselves out. I have to get into the water. Get that off. It's gonna be quite a big file, I thought so. So I've got some pretty big files transferring on them. So yeah, this looks like an awesome set. The waterfalls. This could be a location. Could be a location, but for how he dies in a minute, which is pretty ludicrous, but it is a pretty good shot, but hasn't aged well. It was probably made. And he's now going to put a bandana on. So it's gone 12 o'clock. So these guys are going to leave. They're going to leave him suspiciously. He's going to winch himself up. Borrows a little bit from Jurassic Park with good old Dennis Nedry. Leeches up my scrotum leaves, yeah. There we go. So she's going to blame for his her boyfriend's demise. She's going to do the typical cliche of telling the guy about why and give him the opportunity to, you know, prove it wrong. So obviously in this scene as well, as soon as again for me when I was watching this, I thought Ice Cube dies. He's going to die, whatever. And as soon as you see Ice Cube in the water up to his neck, you go, he's not going to get back on the boat. I know you can't see it in this podcast, but if you check out my unboxing of Jaws, which I just did tonight for Mondo, I am wearing my Lifeguard Jaws t-shirt as I rant on about this movie and Jaws. So yeah, she got too close and all of a sudden he springs up, he's sitting down, right? And he just leaps. And there. Now I've got an even more funnier story. This chokehold that he's killing himself with. I did that with Brittany the other day because she was attacking us. And then again, going back to that night out, I bumped into Sluggy, and I was sitting with Lydia, Mitch's girlfriend, last night in the pub, and I was showing Matty this video of Sluggy, and as I pulled it back, I didn't want to leave Lydia out of the conversation. I was getting the air, and I flicked my hand, and I just cut to a scene. And the next video on my phone was Brittany, like, we were just player fighting, but she was getting choked out like that sort of thing. So yeah, again, bringing a little life into there. So none of them react to the splash. Like, what's that? You know, it could be a snake. Again, there's no real reason for Jennifer Lopez to go out there. I mean, did she have to help Ice Cube? You know what I mean? And they're about just underneath a wave of water. Hey, just got something quick. A lot of people, I think as well. See, this is where there you go. That's a little great shot. That's all you need. Get on the boat. So he's going to sacrifice himself. Pretty much what he's going to do here. Underwater shots. And there he goes. Up the rocks. There we go. Another little shot. I mean, that's all you need. See, he's going to escape. He's got the knife as well. Again, though, this why it looks like man-made. I mean, he's climbing up pretty quick. I mean, everyone's like, where's the snake? He's punched up. See, there's a punch, like, he must fall over. It's not even like impact there. It's like, poof. Behind the waterfall. I mean, you think you'd be safe enough doing that. There's that noise. Go on, Ice Cube. It's the mint uppercut. It's the uppercut elbow that knocks him out. Have that stool. Stabbed in the leg. Look at that. Yeah, you shoot him. No, it rolls it over. And there's the snake again. The animatronic there. It's pretty cool. And he's gonna jump, and it's just going to hook down. I mean, don't get us wrong, it's a mint trailer shot, but again, it's CGI. It just hasn't aged that well. It's a shot there that's normally on the back of the box. He comes to, but it takes the tree down again. Why it's a set, probably. Fucking hell, that stunt guy just got out of the way of that tree there, like. The one who said doubling for Mr. Vaughn. Again, you think he's going to be dead. Again, going back to the Owen Wilson with the last breath when you see the snake leave the bloody corpse in a second. There comes Danny. See, you didn't think Ice Cube's going to get, again, going back to a picture I seen as a kid. Get in there. Go on, Jennifer. Get in there. So yeah. Yeah, he's going to be dead. He's going to be dead. You think this is it? There, that shot there. Nice little subtle lad. He is definitely dead. Right, next video. So I'm going to be sitting for a while. So yep. Oh, scare. Again, jump scare. Don't know who's dead, and bang. And again, there. None of that was CGI with Cube there. It was, and that's not CGI. And you think that's him dead. Corpse in the background there. Oh, it's bit the woman's head for reasons. It's going to have her as well. Shot right through the fucking eye. Didn't clock that twice, but I'll let you off. Bang. It shouldn't have been such a slow death. It should have just been lifeless. I would have just dragged that on board and kept that as a souvenir. Oh. Double leg takedown there. He's back. Fucking result of biting. That's it. Bite. Fucking evil looking face. It's he comes the up. Oh, no. Martin McFly's back. Oh yeah, gets him with a dart, doesn't he? And then it's Ice Cube's uppercut. Here it comes. It's his face. And he's gone. But is he dead? Of course you know, it's a movie. So yeah, again, how long has Eric been out of the movie for that? For these scenes? Again, that's what happens when you hire actors, you know, it's all about the schedules. Some people don't really care about the work, but again, it comes down to when you need them, and you need to involve like where you need them, when you need them, how they fit in the movie, and you go, right, I got such and such in the movie. Yeah, he was there for a week, but hang on, he's in he's in there for a week. And he's part of the Tarantino club, and I've worked with a few there. That's that shot. Backwards waterfall, unbelievable. Like I've worked with a few people from Tarantino's. A lot of them are cool, but then some of them are just like, well, you know, it's a different beat. You come down to that independent movie stuff, and like, you know, I'll be there for a week, and they'll get paid a lot of money just for them because it's the name, it sells the film. But again, I'm saying no, it's that. Wow. Might be fuel. Backwards waterfall, man. So as the waterfall has gone backwards, and we are getting into the final act of the movie. It's going to fade to black soon, as you know, they get ambushed. Sets up the axe, doesn't it, on the road. Annoying. That's a gun. Another gun useless, is it? Of course it is. Trying to see what this font is for Leon. Get download on the computer, so I've got it. So again, the snake's dead though, and we're left with right. The snake's dead, so it's been the same snake all the way through it. So we're about to have the other snake. It's like an old mill work, isn't it? I'm just trying to send me email to apologise. Again, it's a nice little location on set. Jennifer Lopez's top's gone from white to orange to now a pink. See drums and fuel and pallets. Computer's reminding me email, that's good. When I first opened your laptop, I just started talking to us and stuff. I was like, I don't want you to talk to us. Like, I just want something in the background that can do what I need to do when I need to do it. I've actually got an email off 88 Films. It'll just be about offers, and I imagine that's so fucking weird that I've just got an email off 88 Films. What is that about? '88 Films, the Italian horror collection. Stephen. Jeez. So 88 Films have actually just messages as I put that through, so that's quite funny, I think. So yeah, just saving this file he has sent me. So yeah. comes where the monkey blood. He's murdered more monkeys. Now these are covered in blood before he does it, as IMDb says. Let's have a look how true that is. They're fine there. It'll be this take coming up here, is it? Still fine there. There's a lot of monkeys he must have killed for that, mind. And yeah, they're covered before it even hits them, so yes, that one's right on IMDb. I don't give a fuck if... Why would... A massive banner across my emails going, should we stay in the European Union? I thought we left a year ago. Okay, so... some maintenance to do. I've cleared a lot of memory over. Oh, he's up his ladders. He's gone. So this, it's not long before the new snake appears. There we go, just on cue as the bad guy is out of the way, he's like, oh shit. And this is a pretty cool reveal. Again, they're up. Pretty big, pretty red. The other snake. Cool. It's not stays on. So it's pretty cool. It's the red snake, the female. That'll clear some memory, that mind. Fucking hell. Okay. I'm not expecting you to have a fucking spaz attack. That's hasn't aged that well. That looked weird. That looks alright. He run up the hill or something eventually, didn't he? Oh, see, it screams away. So what does that scream about? There's no bamboo, there's no boot unboxings. Snake. Got its head out. Oh, see, this is a bit where it gets him around the ladder. Get down there. See, that's a pretty cool shot. That's probably the best CGI shot of the movie. Unlikely to be that stunt guy. Just saying. That would have hurt. Right, and there we go. See, that looks shit. That does not age well at all. Oh, it's just the cracking of the bones. His neck popping out the side and all that. It's fucking grim, that. It's fucking grim. And there you go, what a shot that is. See, he's a thing though. That's not, he goes in the right way. That's a pretty good shot, and then that's it. If he's been eaten by a snake, so he's definitely dead. Have that. So a lot of people have been whipped with a snake tail. Get out of here. Better run, it's gonna get you. Snake point of view, it's awesome. Snakes everywhere, just to add on. Peekaboo. To CGI, and there we go. Oh, and this one always got everyone. The wink. That he's still alive, but he's been really dissolved within a matter of minutes. The stomach acid of that. It didn't look very good there, I just wouldn't bother putting that shot in. cool shot there. Get that fuel. Just trying to back up my main stuff. There goes Elizabeth. That'll keep us going for a while. Fucking hell. 9.3 gig. The film will be finished by the time that goes. Oh. There was that fucking noise again. He's going to make a fire. So apparently someone was saying that this stuff doesn't ignite as well. So she would get trapped. Oh. What is that? What is he trying to get? What is that going to do? Oh, it's got a chain to it. That just happened to be chained to the wall. That's very... what the fuck that was, mate. I would have, instead of her being trapped, I would have went for heavy. Good stunt coming here though. Reminds me of Waterworld. Just looks like Waterworld, doesn't it? Boom. See, I wouldn't even bother putting the snake on the top there. But it is pretty cool when it falls out the flames here though. Yeah, again. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, it's on fire, it's fine. Animatronic one. Burn. It's gonna have a sinister little comeback. So I'm just waiting up. The score's really good. I really like the score. I mean, that is an awesome shot. That's just suddenly going to almost die like the other one did. Get myself back to LA. So, last minute scare. Of course, it wasn't dead. There's the axe. That definitely sounded like metal. So did that. Fucking axe the head. But the axe has gone in the water there. So the axe is definitely still stuck in the head. She's like, it's over. And he chucks the axe down there, but there's no audio. Oh, yeah, what was he holding to do? So yeah, observation. I read everyone's stuff on IMDb. These are pretty big files I need to shift, like. Just really need to build around these ones, like. And yeah, Shimmy Sharma tribe, and he gets to see them. Come out to see if he's okay. Which he is. He's like, yes, I'm fine. I mean, maybe he's a bit of a diva. Is he a bit of a diva? I mean, he always seems to deliver good performances. But obviously he's always going to be like the guy he was Marty McFly, wasn't he? I mean, he should have his camera still. It was in that big box. Oh, there you go. He's rolling. And that's it. Cam. And that's it. keep on floating by. That's it, floats out, just like Jaws. Now, orange. So that was Anaconda podcast. Quickly talk about the other ones, considering I'm waiting for more stuff to transfer. So Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, John, Vincent, Mark, the Portrait, Danny Trejo. That's it. That's all that's credited. It's like 8 people in the movie. This Jeff did the stunts, so quickly talk the Jeff thing up. So the second one, came out. I don't think the CGI was there. CGI was a lot better. Had the story of looking for the blood orchid. Again, following from the first one, where the guy is a bit of a crazy guy and he wants all the money, and he, there's risk there. There's a reason to go there. There's a film crew. There's a reference to, like, I know somebody who was in a film crew. Reference to that. People don't come down here or whatever. Boat goes over the thing, gets crashed, they get stranded. The monkey doesn't die, becomes like a little mascot. Some pretty just sinister deaths, really, throughout the movie. Overkill. The third one, starring Dazel Hasselhoff, was all filmed in Romania, filmed as part of a TV. The director was handed the script a week from finished filming in like 20 days or something, to do 4, so they did 4 back to back. And it's like a 2-part TV story, really. The CGI is really poor. It's laughable. To be classed as that franchise as well, and it being in Romania or whatever, and there's anacondas over there. Again, it's to do with the blood orchid. There's a couple of famous people in it, both of them actually, but they're really poor. Uses predator vision for the snake's point of view. Some really bad deaths, laughable deaths. But again, that's what they are, and it's weird that they're actually part of the box set, but it's cool that they are as well. It's 88 again with Hollow Man. Like Hollow Man's brought, like 88. I was looking the other day, and they brought out Candyman 2, and obviously Arrow's got Candyman 1. These companies are fighting for stuff like that, and 88 just seems 88 needs to bring out Prey of the Roller Boys and stuff like that, because Arrow's just going after. They've got the connections to America. They've got like Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing. They've had some really big titles, and they're always announcing bigger stuff like RoboCop. And 88 just seems to come out with these classic films, and like Scott Harrison, who does the commentaries for it, did an amazing job across all 4. It's another reason to buy the box set. And then even the 4-part documentary you get, where it's just standalone people talking about and intercuts with the film, are really interesting to listen to and watch as well. So it's a fantastic box set to buy. Even though when I got mine, the package glue was a bit damaged. I don't know if you checked me unboxing the video, but it was pretty still ripped. So this will be the last time. I'm not doing a podcast 2, 3 or 4. I'm going to try and hunt out Python, and I'll see what the next podcast is. But yeah, apologies for the Mortal Kombat 1 for sitting on the rickety-dickety chair. As I say, it's a brand new chair, and I don't know if I told you about this as well. My armrest, there's a spike in the cushion, because obviously I lean on it so much with editing. So again, I bought this new chair from Argos, and it's not even a touch. And my beanbag, my mother made us a beanbag for my house. The beanbag is that big, it won't even fit me editing room. Because the idea was that, there's a beanbag, sit there and do these podcasts, and all you hear is the rustling of like a fucking million beans, me sitting on it. So yeah, that was Anaconda. It looked great. I think it's a great cast. CGI hasn't really held up that much, but it's a fantastic box set from 88 Films. I've been Stephen Mason. Thanks for listening. I'll see you. Well, I'll hear you, or you'll hear me next time. Like, share and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye for now.